Okay, bros, normally within these formation tactic videos, what I do is I look at tactic videos on the internet, right? And then I utilize it, try to find the best possible means for the certain formation. And we've got obviously the 4-3-3/4 in play. And I must say, very, very attacking. I used to actually like this formation a lot in older FIFAs, especially in the start of this FIFA. I liked it because it was like very, I'd say, balanced. You've got obviously two CMs, one can be more of your box-to-box, one can be more of your holding, and then you got obviously your out-and-out cam, which in this instance plays shadow striker, and it's very, very attacking. Let's get into it. Quite possibly the most reliable website for FC25 coins. Go check out MMOXP for the best price, the best guarantee. Use the code META, that's code META. For the best, cheapest coins, you can get yourself a 5% discount. Oh. Okay, that is the code. Gonna leave it in the pinned comments as usual. Please just don't copy and paste. Actually watch the video. I do always play a game, by the way, whilst I'm doing these videos. So we got the 4-3-3 attack build-up style being balanced because, as I said, man, you do your own build-up style, as I always say, whether that be triggering the runs, so holding down LB, L1 on PlayStation, because essentially you don't want anyone out of position, don't want to be at that disadvantage. So balance for me is the perfect build-up style. You could play around with short passing to a certain extent. The only downfall about this thing, though, is the players don't make runs. Like, let's say if I were to have Xavi, for instance, right, at short passing. Yes, his pass is going to be amazing, triggering the runs and stuff, but he won't go in the box like where I want him, especially if I'm using him as like an attacking playmaker. So for some reason, they don't like really run into position as when it's just that balance, it's a perfect, I'd say, offensive, defensive styled for build-up style. Does that make sense? So yeah, defensive approach being 67 is a little bit weird, but at the end of the day, man, it's completely up to you where you want to tweak it. Like if you are getting counted a lot, I think tweak it to somewhere between 59 and probably 61, because I feel like anything lower than that, then you're just not going to have that triggering of like press. So you need the press, especially in this game, especially post-patch. What I'm noticing is you need that press, man. So that's why I have mine so high, because I like my players all the way up pressing, whether that be from my attackers, midfielders. You boys know the deal. So at 67, I feel like it's the perfect balance of like press and also not getting counted and players going out of position. So for me, 67 is perfect. We've got obviously the player roles. We're going to start with the defense. Goalkeeper, completely up to you. If you feel like that sweeper keeper is working for you, I know he has the plus, especially being like very, very OP. I feel like post-patch as well. The plus helps the cards out so much now. But for me, for the goalkeepers, it doesn't really help Edison out at all, because especially in the last video, what I said is when it's at sweeper keeper, right? For some reason, they just don't save the near post shots. So yeah, I don't know if it's just me. Tell me in the comments. I always ask that question. But for me, goalkeepers, it's traditional. It works. We got obviously two center backs being defend and defender. That always works. You could play around with it, but hey, you're gonna be at a disadvantage, man, because everybody's running defender and defend. So yeah, there's just no point. You know what I mean? And then for the fullbacks, this is very important. I feel like just leaving them at fullback plus. If they have the plus, GG's. If they don't, it doesn't really matter that much. I'll be completely honest. But what I like about the fullback is they just stay their role. Sometimes they do come up as well. So you have some sort of wing back type of role, without actually putting it at wing back. Because if you do wing back, chances are you're going to get counted, especially if a player plays wide. So for that instance, obviously we played around with false back. Go check that video out, by the way. It is my 4-1-4-1 tactic video. Such a good, such a good role in this game. False back is really, really OP. But yeah, for me, I just feel like fullback is the play. Especially if you're playing a very attacking formation, like a 4-3-3/4. You want your fullbacks intact. You don't want them to run up too much up the field, but they can still be in the play. You know what I mean? They still can have interplay, etc., etc. So yeah, at the end of the day, though, if you feel like you're getting really, really counted, then by all means, put on a defender. Defend focus with fullback, which they won't be involved too much in the play. But as for me, though, I like being involved, especially for my fullbacks. They're quite attacking, Zeroberto and Mycon. So for me, I feel like fullback and balance works beautifully, man. At the end of the day, it's like how life is. Having that balance, bro. Having a balanced life indeed. Now, the main thing about this formation, right, is probably going to be your two CMs. Now, this is where it comes into play, where you need a big brolic CM, someone like a Casemiro or a Thuram. I'll try and find other players for you. I mean, you could have a smaller CM that can be your like defensive CM, but I'd advise against it. Like, I'd say someone like a De Jong here would be perfect. Valverde, someone that's not too lanky, but you don't really want to use them as like a box-to-box or playmaker, but you want them more defensive. So there's not really that much players like that. I'll be completely honest, eh? There's not a lot, man. Like maybe Yaya Toure would be perfect here for sure. Obviously Vieira, you boys know the deal, man. If you have the coins, if you don't have the coins, more XP. Now, we got holding ball winning CM now. This is a very interesting one because I never used to use the focus at ball winning, but now that I noticed, right, with the ball winning, it's kind of like he knows that he's a CDM. He knows that he's going to stay back. He's going to be the guy that just stays in front of the center backs line, as well as just like defends there and goes left and right. So whether that be like projection of tackles, whether that be, you know, just staying his ground, I think ball winning for me, especially being holding, is the perfect play in a CM role in a 4-3-3, because you only have two CMs, bro, at the end of the day, you know. So you want your main CM that defends to at least be on that ball winning focus. For me, that's how I see it. You could play around and go deep lying with somewhat of a defensive style structure, but I feel like with the deep lying, it doesn't offer as much, I'd say, advantage as the holding and ball winning element. So you could play around with it at the end of the day. By the way, you don't really want to lose stamina with the player, so just make use of the heat map, see where they're running. At the end of the day, man, it's completely up to you where you want to play these players, but I feel like ball winning and holding is perfect. The other CM on the other one, by the way, what a baller Xavi is in this game. Bro, this man is so good in this game. I have no idea why. He's always so underrated in FIFA, bro. Even last FIFA, I mean, I absolutely loved Xavi. If you stuck with me through last FIFA as well, this card is 188,000 coins. One of the best, I'd say, overlooked cards. Why I say this is his raw stats. He's passing, dribbling, stamina is the main thing as well. He's got 96 stam, so this LCM is probably going to be the guy that runs the most in your team, hands down, bro, easy. Because at least with Thuram, he stays a little bit back, knows his ground. With Xavi, man's everywhere. He's got the roaming with playmaker. Now, why I added him as the roaming? Some people would add attack, but I just felt like the attack, you don't really have a CM that can defend. For me, with the roaming at least, you have someone that just plays basically like a free roll type of cam vibe, but also defends a little bit, you know, intercepts when he needs to. And especially him having the playmaker plus with the roaming, it's kind of like he's a defensive, offensive, more offensively inclined for sure player. Do you know what I mean? So playmaker plus is such a beast player role, especially for someone like Xavi that's a little bit easier to turn with. I wouldn't say he's like the best player under the sun, but I mean, his dribbling is insane. Someone like a Bernardo Silva here would be perfect as well, especially the new one, so make use of that. And then we got obviously Shadow Striker for Zidane. Why he's here is, yes, I do have loans, but I feel like the loans encompasses or just shows how great the formation is as well, because it's like the best of the best players. I mean, Zidane is more of a CMS, attacking CM, like he could also play this role where Xavi is, but hey, 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, Zidane, bro, come on. Zizou, man like Zizou. Zinedine Zidane. What a beast, bro. We got Shadow Striker on him. You could play around and go Playmaker plus, but I don't want to really clash him with Xavi. So that's the only reason why I have him at Shadow Striker, because Xavi does the Playmaker role. You know, he's the chance creator. So the main man Zidane will be the cam. And then we got inside forward. Come on, if you know the channel, we always add our wingers as inside forward. Why we do this is because they act as LF and RF, bro. They're involved in the build-up, they're involved in the attack, they slither their way through, and they don't just stay out wide. They also cut inside, you know, whether that be like Trivelas, whether that be finesse shots. Do you know what I mean? Like having Salah on the right would be a perfect balance as well. And we also got attack as well, because if you look at the heat map as well, they cut inside and they even go into that striker role. You could call them a lamb ram. Do you know what I mean? Like a 4-2-3-1 back in the older FIFAs. You boys know the deal. Balance is not bad, but you don't really want them, especially with having like Xavi and like Zidane, you know, that can still play attack. You don't want to clash them. You know what I mean? So you want at least the wingers to know their role at the end of the day, man. So having it at attack, I think, is perfect. And it's really OP in terms of attack. So yeah. And then the striker advanced forward plus. Come on, man. You boys know the deal. You don't really want to do support. You want him just to be the pouncer at the end of the day, the poacher. Poacher works really well, by the way, but I feel like it's so complete, not really that much of a difference. You could even argue complete would work to a certain degree, especially if Zidane plays the shadow striker, because Rashford's kind of like a winger anyway. So I would play around with this. Not a bad shout, but I feel like for attack, you want your striker to be just straight up there, bro. You know, in the flesh. and scoring you goals. So yeah, you could play around though, but I do think poacher and advanced forward is probably the main ones for this type of formation. I feel like for advanced forward always works for me anyway, so I'm gonna use it like that. Let's jump in the game. Very first team, we do have more of a Bundesliga team. Never actually see that. Fair enough to this guy, at least he's trying out something different. Beautiful interception from the main man, Talisca. Now, yes, I know my team's outdated, but at the end of the day, man, I'm playing in the higher divisions as well as like using players that aren't really the greatest. So it kind of showcases the formation, I feel like, more raw. So you could argue, yes, I need better players, but at the end of the day, man, it's just my straight up raw football FIFA ability. We do have inside forward, very nice pass from Neymar right there. Sorry, from Zidane. I see Neymar on Zidane on the edge of the box though. Very nice speed run from the main man Rashford. And he's still cooking, bro. I got 85 Rashford. I don't even Evo plays anymore. I gotta probably Evo this one, because I feel like that's the only Evo that, you know, really would be worth it in my opinion. Very nice interception from Xavi, being at that, even at attacking. And then we got obviously Shadow Striker Zidane. Very nice. We're gonna pass it down. Beautiful stuff. And we do score our second goal within minutes, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like Zidane, Shadow Striker, basically acts as a cam slash striker. You could call him a CF. Very nicely done. And Xavi's still intercepting. That's what I'm saying. Xavi is everywhere, bro. One more down. Oh, come on. We almost get that interplay working. But what I like about the 4-3-3-4 is it's just very compact. Especially if you make it like compact, like centrally. Because if you're using your inside forward like wingers, then it's just going to be like harmonization, if that's a word, bro. In harmony. Also, make use of RB passes, by the way. Giving like little nuggets of advice. RB passes, it kind of like helps out a lot because the game is not obviously at a good state. Like, can we score this? Oh my way, the cheese, bro. Oh my. It's not at a good state, especially the passing. So RB, like, yes, it's like a harder pass, but it helps a lot, man. Definitely, just trust me, try it out. Oh, advanced forward Rashford, bro. Beautiful turn as well to Talisca, and we do score our third goal. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, just making use of play roles helps so much, especially with how OP the pluses are. I mean, if you have the plus, bro, it helps so much. Like, I've noticed it with a lot of my players. Like, Xavi, bro, is insane at that playmaker role because he has the plus. You also got to see defensively, man. I mean, even with the high depth, our team is still in harmony, bro. I mean, how like Xavi is just controlling this whole midfield, the whole game essentially. This is how we played in real life, bro. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The main man Zizou. Oh my word, unlucky Zidane. But having a cam like that can essentially have the 5s, that just helps a lot, bro. Come on. Even my Neymar could play that role, but oh my days. Zidane is a different breed in this game. Very nice from Thuram. Ball winning element just makes him more aggressive for some reason. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I don't know. Don't bring out your keeper, brother. Do you see what I'm saying, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Very, very nice half right there from myself. Some people could argue that this formation, you know, it only has one striker. Like, some people don't like one striker formations. They think that it doesn't, like, you know, appeal to them because there's only one striker and you don't really score as much. But at the end of the day, man, you got your shadow striker, which is your cam. That is basically like a striker. Just on paper, he's a cam. Do you get me? So there's a lot of factors right here that pertains to meta, bro. I mean, look at Zidane. Oh, come on. Can't get through. The guy can't get through, bro. Unlucky. Very nice build-up play. One to Xavi, one more back. Oh, that's offside. Flip's sake. Oh, that is beautiful play, man. Oh my word. Now, sometimes you also have to show the flaws of the formation, sorry. Sometimes you can get counted as for any formation. So you just got to make sure that your line, yes, it's going to be high, but make sure of those through balls, bro, because someone like a good player can definitely counter attack you centrally with those through balls, like the long ball pass plus type of players. So yeah, just make sure of that. Yeah. And there we have it, boys. A easy 4-1 defeat for my opponent. Very nice formation, man. Very attacking as well. So if you do notice that you are getting counted, you know, players are playing through the middle with those through balls, then by all means, what you can do is lower the defensive line. So go like 61, even just 60 wouldn't do bad. And yeah, that's basically formation. Tell me if you're going to use this one. I've used it for like 5-6 games now, and it's been giving me wins, bro. I'll be honest, like probably got like 4 wins, 2 losses, but very, very nice OP formation. Tell me in the comments if you're going to use it. The 4-3-3/4, I feel like a lot of people are diehard fans of it, especially the ones that just love using it. No matter what formations meta, for instance, because it's a fun way of playing. You know, you got your one attacking CM, one defensive CM, you got your cam, left wing, right wing, a striker. It's a lot of attacking players. So yeah, hit the like, subscribe, but we'll catch you boys in the next one, man. Peace.